Is this just a hoax, or am I supposed to be scared? You are now within minutes of horror, and your only chances of survival is hitting that like button. With that being said, let's continue on with the video. So I'm finally back home and able to record like normal after a long business trip and taking a plane. And I do have to say, I was very scared taking a plane because of all the videos I have made on the woman and the guys who have freaked out on their flights. So I pretty much scared myself. I was looking very paranoid, looking all around the aisle to see anybody that's not real, anybody that's not human. Matter of fact, I was looking so paranoid, I think I scared a couple passengers. Here I am sweating beads and the passengers are looking at me like, is this man about to pop off? But I calmed down after I did not see anybody wearing dark sunglasses or anybody that looked artificial or reptilian. So I was able to have a peaceful flight back home. I didn't think there could be anything more said about the woman who had a freak out on her flight until I was reading some of the comments about a friend of a friend who knows this woman saying that she did see somebody, but it was all a big misunderstanding that the person she was freaking out on was making these violent threats about passengers on the plane and could down the plane. And how she's on a cruise, that's why we haven't seen her, and she's also afraid to speak out due to all the commotion she made.
I think you are. Come, take a seat. I've got an update on the plane lady. The one and only plane lady, a friend of a friend, is friends with her. Here's what we know. Number one, she's alive. She did not disappear. She was going on a cruise, which would explain the disappearance. And can you imagine going on vacation and then coming back to reality and realizing that you were a trending audio on all of social media? Fucking wild. Second of all, she was not drunk, not drinking, not drunk, which I have to be honest, I thought when I first initially saw the video, and I just want to clear that up because I know that there were a lot of people bashing her. Number three, the guy sitting next to her, that motherfucker is not real. I don't know what all happened. Part of the conversation, however, I do know something was misplaced. She looked at him and he looked back at her and said, I am going to take this whole plane down. That's what I know. This is what I know. And I hope, one, I'm glad that she's alive and safe. Two, I hope that when she feels comfortable and safe, if she ever does, that she publicly makes a video and gives us all of the details. Okay, that's the tea. I love you.
And none of this makes really any sense. I would say as far as narratives go, this goes right below the woman who called her a Karen, saying she stole an African American's AirPods. And it really has to make you wonder one of two things. Are these people just trying to gain social media clout, likes, views, clicks, and subscribers? Or are these government plants trying to push a specific narrative to try to take away from the official story and see how far and see what they can make the public believe? Just how closed-minded we really are as a society that they can push really any narrative out there and we'll believe it. And now the most recent narrative that's being pushed out there by this friend of a friend is that she sat next to someone who was making terroristic threats and it made her get excited, even though she's saying that mother effer is not real, making us believe the person she's sitting next to could be a ghost, artificial intelligence, an alien, somebody that is not human. And I was going to make a big video about all these different narratives, deep fakes, things we really need to be concerned about in our society because deep faking is a real concern, along with AI, ChatGPT, and among other things. I saw an email from somebody named the Denver Airport, and I found this to be very odd and I was scared to open it because it could be a virus. Nobody knows this email. This is my YouTube email. You can see here that I get all my YouTube replies and comments here. This is strictly a business email for YouTube, and none of my friends know this email, and I don't think my wife knows it. I do believe I told her the email, but I'm not sure if she remembers it. So nobody knows this email, and I got a very strange email with the subject saying plane. Going against my best judgment, I do open the email because there is a true crime YouTuber who has over 1 million subscribers, who opened an email who she thought was from YouTube, and she got a virus and her entire YouTube account was hacked. But I'm not sure if she clicked a link inside that email, but her YouTube channel was hacked, and this was very recent. But I still opened this email against my best judgment. And in the email it says, "Plane not a hoax, they are not human, I go away." And like I said, I don't know if this is a hoax or what this could be, but nobody that I know has my email. The only thing I can think of is if I had my laptop open when I was away and I was recording, and somebody may have walked by and probably saw something, I'm not sure, but I kept myself very secure. So as of right now, I am thinking that this is a hoax. But it's pretty scary nonetheless, because I have been making a lot of videos when it comes to these people freaking out on their flights. And the email name is kind of unnerving as well, because there are a lot of oddities inside the Denver airport. There's very weird artwork in the Denver airport that shows what looks like to be an apocalyptic setting. There's also gargoyles and Freemason insignias all throughout the airport. There is even said to be underground tunnels and bases. There's even this very odd blue Mustang statue that many people say is cursed. So there's a lot of oddities that surround the Denver airport. Even on the Freemason stone that's inside the Denver airport, it does say commissioned by the New World Order. So there's a lot that can be said and a lot of conspiracy that surrounds the Denver airport. So to get an email like this to be sent to my YouTube email that nobody knows is pretty chilling. But like I said, this could be a hoax, because I want to start shying away from this story now, the woman who freaked out on a plane, because from all accounts, she's missing, she's gone. Tom Calling, the British boxer who had a freak out on his flight, he's gone. And the Chinese guy, the Chinese man who had a freak out on his flight, which people are now saying was in January of 2023, is also gone. We have not heard from him. So these people have, by all accounts, disappeared. And it looks like this story is now being swept under the rug. I do my research every day. I do thoroughly investigate these stories to see if I can find anything. And Tom Calling is still not active on his Twitter, which he was pretty active previously. No family members have spoken out on any side. Beside the one time when Tom Calling's coach, family and friends said that Tom Calling is a Christian living guy, a clean living guy, who never had anything like this happen to him before. When it comes to the woman who had a freak out on her flight, it has been 3 weeks so far. In internet time, that is a very long time for us not to know her name or anything about her. A story on the internet starts to die down within 48 to 72 hours. We live in the biggest digital age in humanity. Our digital footprint is everywhere. Yet it's been 3 weeks so far since she had her freak out, and we still really know nothing about our mystery lady. There are rumors that her name is Tiffany Gomez, Jenna Wilson, but when you search these names, nothing really checks out to make you believe these are accurate names. So yeah, I really want to make a video discussing this email because it kind of freaked me out, but on the flip side, I really don't know what to make of it. And also I want to talk about this woman who's pushing this narrative that there's nothing to see here. She was on a cruise and she's so embarrassed as to what happened. She doesn't want to speak out, even though this is a friend of a friend, not a direct friend, not a family member. No family member has spoke out to defend this woman, saying she's prone to freakouts. She's an alcohol abuser. You caught her in a bad moment. We don't hear none of that. We get a video of a friend who is possibly trying to get social media clout, her 15 seconds of fame, or a government plan to see how far they can go with society when it comes to bullshit narratives. Case in point, we know everything about Tom Calling. We know he's a Christian, he's a boxer, we know his name. Family has spoken out, but nothing about this woman. A day after Tom Calling's flight. Do with that as you will. But in any case, thank you so much for watching. If you like this channel and you want to see more, please subscribe. If you're already subscribed, please like, as any engagement does help the channel grow. Once again, thank you so much for your support.